As of August 2024, the Boeing Starliner is effectively stuck at the International Space Station. The spacecraft, which carried NASA astronauts Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore to the ISS in June 2024, encountered multiple technical issues, including problems with the thrusters and helium leaks. These issues have raised significant safety concerns about the spacecraft's ability to return the astronauts safely to Earth. NASA has scheduled it to fly home on September 6, more than 12 weeks of its initial return date, and this time without its crew present. Due to these concerns, NASA decided to have the astronauts return to Earth using a SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule instead of Starliner. The Crew Dragon mission that would bring them home is planned for February 2025, meaning that the astronauts will remain to the ISS much longer than originally intended. In 2014, Boeing received a $4.2 billion contract from NASA to build Starliner. The Boeing CSCT-100 Starliner was designed to be one of NASA's premier spacecraft, ferrying astronauts to and from the ISS as part of NASA's Commercial Crew program. The program aimed to end U.S. reliance on Russia's Soyuz spacecraft for ISS missions. Boeing and SpaceX were both awarded contracts, but things haven't gone as smoothly for Boeing. Those flights are now years behind schedule, and delays have cost Boeing at least $1.5 billion in losses. Meanwhile, rival company SpaceX, which was awarded just $2.6 billion, successfully flew humans in 2020 and has completed 8 regular crewed missions for NASA to the space station. So what's the deal with Starliner? From the start, Starliner was supposed to be a game changer, but unlike its competitor, SpaceX Crew Dragon, the Starliner has hit a few more bumps in the road, so let's break it down. Crew Flight Test 2 was a pivotal mission meant to prove that Starliner was ready to safely carry astronauts to the ISS. Originally scheduled for April 2024, CFT-2 faced multiple delays before a targeted launch in July of this year. But it didn't stop there. During the pre-launch testing, several problems were identified. Most notably were the parachute system and the tape used for the wiring harness. NASA and Boeing decided to delay the mission again to address these safety concerns, but this wasn't the first time Starliner had faced significant problems. To understand the full picture, we need to look back at Starliner's earlier flights. In December 2019, Starliner's first orbital flight test, it encountered a major problem. The spacecraft's mission clock was set incorrectly, causing it to miss the crucial orbital burn to reach the ISS. Instead, it ended up in the wrong orbit and the mission was cut short. And that wasn't all. Further investigation revealed a software error, which could have caused a collision between the crew module and the service module during re-entry. Fortunately, that was averted due to the quick-thinking ground control team, but this revealed significant flaws in Boeing's testing procedure. Then came Orbital Flight Test 2 in May of 2022. Boeing intended this to be a redo, a chance to prove that the issues from the first test flight were fixed. And while it succeeded in reaching the ISS and returned safely, it wasn't without problems. During the mission, 2 of the spacecraft's 12 thrusters failed to fire. Although backup systems kicked in and the mission continued, it raised questions about the spacecraft's reliability. All these issues have led to a lot of skepticism and delays, and as of now, Crew Flight 2 is postponed indefinitely until all the safety concerns are addressed. These uncertainties have rippling effects, affecting the Crew 9 mission, which was originally carrying 4 astronauts to the ISS, will now only carry 2 so that William and Wilmore have a seat to return back to Earth. So what's the big picture? The Starliner delays are more than just a hiccup in the Commercial Crew program. They represent broader challenges Boeing is facing in meeting NASA's stringent safety standards and delivering on a high-profile contract. Ron Epstein, an analyst at Bank of America, says that the problems are part of a bigger issue in the aerospace giant. Quote, "I don't think you can just look at it in isolation," he says. Boeing has also seen problems with its 737 MAX aircraft, including a door that fell off an aircraft earlier this year. Epstein says these issues are caused by a move away from hardcore engineering within the company's management. Quote, "You have management teams over a number of years that have focused more on shareholder return than the core engineering business of the company," he says. Moving forward, Boeing has committed to address all outstanding issues and make sure that Starliner is flight ready. But the question remains, will it ever catch up to SpaceX Crew Dragon, which has already completed multiple missions to the ISS? NASA appears to be committed to maintaining a relationship with Boeing to make sure that there are two viable spacecrafts for crewed missions. But with every delay and technical hiccup, it puts more pressure on Boeing to deliver. So what do you think? Can Boeing overcome these challenges? Or is Starliner facing an uphill battle that it might not win? Drop your comments below, and thanks for watching.